Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. So, for those of you that don't know, my name is Claudia. I am the owner, the very proud owner of Pink's Teas and Things. And I challenge myself for the next 100 days to go live on every single platform. So today is day 11. And in day 11, I've been trying to kind of bring something different each day. Now, of course, sometimes you will catch me here printing in my DTF room, but today we're doing something a little different. I will be showing you the process of cleaning my printers. Okay? So we're going to go through a step-by-step process of how I actually clean my printers. What do I do? We're going to talk about it all. What's needed in order to clean that printer? How do I go about cleaning my printer? And all of the in-between. So if you have questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. I am going to begin by cleaning, and so I'm going to switch my camera view so that you can actually see what I'm doing as I'm doing it, okay? So I'm going to go ahead, we're going to switch the camera, and then let's get into cleaning. I hope you guys are doing well today. Hey, Miss Crafty Creations, how are you? Okay, so here we go. I'm going to switch the view. Alrighty. So we're going to mute that. Uh-oh. Feedback. We don't want that. Okay, can you guys hear me? Yay, perfect timing. Hey, glue, paper, scissors. Hey, Eddie. Sounds like fun. Listen, we are going to take a deep dive into cleaning our printers. Can you guys hear me okay? All righty. Are you guys able to hear me? Hey, hey, hey. Okay, just making sure. So I'm going to turn on, I have these little magnetic lights that I place inside so that you guys can actually see. And typically when I'm cleaning, I place them inside just so that I can see as well. So this is one day of running the printer. So you see there we have some residue of ink there. Here, we're actually going to be flushing our flushing box, which is here. Hopefully you guys can see that pretty well. See if I can kind of get that light in there a little bit more just to kind of brighten it up. And I might be able to bring this in. Hey, Nathan. I think that might be all the zooming we're getting on that. But let's see here. Hey, Nathan, how are you? Thank you for joining. Hello, Tanita, how are you? Okay, so I'm going to be showing you, actually, if I put this on continuous light and not just on when I'm actually underneath here, just so that you can kind of see what I'm doing, because this is the process that I follow for all of my printers. Just trying to get this light here in daylight mode. Okay. So let's put that in there. Okay, so we're going to start. First things first, some of the tools that you will need for this include foam swabs, which are really great, especially when we start cleaning that capping station, okay? You'll need that. You'll need the cleaning solution of your choice. I've used several, so I'm not really going to push one brand over the other, okay? I've used a lot of different brands, okay? I have paper towels. You want to have plenty of these because not only will we use those paper towels to catch the drippings that come off of, you'll see as I'm cleaning the flushing box, there's going to be a lot of excess fluid and you don't really want that kind of leaking behind your printer. So I usually use a lot of paper towels for that. I also clean underneath my print head, which we will do, but that's the very last step. But basically, I'm trying to clean up any excess ink that's left on my print head that may be, in the actual flushing box, or even if you look there, that's my capping station. It does not. It's a little gunky. And so can you imagine just printing on top of this day after day after day without doing the proper maintenance? Not a good idea. Not a good idea. So I'm going to try and get you guys in a little bit more here. We're going to start with our flushing box, okay? I'm going to show you the process of how I actually flush out the flushing box, and I might switch to another view just so that you guys can kind of see it a little bit better. I feel like it's not as bright as I would like it to be, but let's see. That may be because I'm viewing some of it. Oh no, you can see it. It was the view of my laptop. I'm looking at it on my laptop, but I had it kind of tilted. So I'm going to show you how I flush my flushing box first. And for those of you that are unfamiliar, I have Epson 7890s that are converted for direct to film. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is a good view. Okay. I was like, oh no, it's too dark. Okay. So first things first, what I do is I'll typically tear off some paper towels. Okay. And then I'm just going to gather them, and you'll see how I kind of tuck them in this little space. So I like to pull my flushing box down so that I can see it really well. And then I kind of just tuck it in here, because what you'll see is as I begin flushing, fluid is just going to be overflowing, okay? And so I don't want that actually, to go behind into the crevices of the printer. The next thing I do, I grab another paper towel. And with this paper towel, and of course I have a full video on this, but I wanted to do it live so I could answer any questions that you may have. Okay, and I just kind of fold it into the shape. So I really want it to be the shape of that flushing box. So once I actually flush it, I'm going to use this paper towel just to dab, okay, and remove any excess. Hey, Nicole, how are you? Happy Saturday. Okay. You know what? I might try and see if I can get my other phone. Let's see. I might be able to get another view here. Let's see. We're going to mute that. Enter this. Oh, no. Okay. Just had to turn my volume down. This might actually be able to give you a better view of that flushing box. So let's see. Ooh, that's a much better view. Okay, so I'm going to remove camera. Okay, what about now? Can you hear me now? Hopefully you can. And if not, I'll put on. Hold on. Come here. Okay, what about now? Are you able to hear me now? Okay, great. Alrighty. Okay, we're learning, but I appreciate you for letting me know. I'll learn this StreamYard thing a little bit better as time goes, but I wanted to be able to show you, and I knew StreamYard would give me that capability. So thank you so much for letting me know. So really quickly, I'm just going to recap because now I realized you couldn't hear me as I was talking. So I have a syringe that's filled with my cleaning solution, and this is just a blunt tip catheter that I'm using, and I'm just gently pressing it up against my flushing box. It's kind of like a sponge. So you don't want to apply a lot of pressure. It's just a gentle process. I'm just slowly pushing my fluid through, okay? It's no rush, not in a rush here. But as you can see, this is the beauty of having that paper towel at the very bottom. It is so nice to have that paper towel in place because it's going to catch all of that excess fluid. And that's just ink. It's just ink that I've used throughout the day. So like, I love the paper towel method. Now, is it, does it look nice as I'm doing it? No. But I don't need it to look nice. I just need it not to actually run through my printer, okay? And so if you see any spaces that you feel like you may need to actually flush a little bit more, you have that opportunity. Now, earlier, I folded a piece of paper towel. I folded it so that it was small enough to just kind of fit over this actual flushing box, okay? And so what I'll do, once I've kind of irrigated, you're just going to place that on top and apply light pressure, okay? Not much. But that's going to remove the excess. And so that was just one flushing. But as you can see, I still have some dried ink there. Well, I shouldn't say dry. It's more like runny now that I've applied the cleaning solution. But I still see a little bit of ink, and I kind of want to get in that corner a little bit more. So I'm just going to fold another piece of paper towel and have it ready for when I'm ready to actually blot it dry, okay? So I have my folded piece of paper towel. Now we're going to go back in, and I'm going to flush on this side a little bit more. But once again, gentle, a lot of pressure is not really needed. It's kind of sponge-like also, so I really don't recommend you come in with a lot of force on this. Just kind of take your time and flush as needed. Okay, so I'm gonna wipe across the bottom of there. And I'm going to leave this here because I see my paper towels becoming a little bit more saturated. And so we're flushing. This is literally all you do. Okay. So once you feel like you flushed, there we go. Once you feel like you've kind of flushed as much as needed, then you come in with your blotting paper towel, and you're just going to place it on top, light pressure. Okay. Just light movements, okay? Then I may fold it in the opposite direction. There we go. Then we can remove the other paper towels. And then I'll typically come in with another set and just kind of make sure that it's all wiped down nicely. But that's kind of the process. And like I said, if I wasn't filming, this would actually go a lot quicker. So don't think that this is how long. This is a true depiction of how long it really takes to clean this area. I have a whole little assembly line that I follow when I'm doing this. Okay. And while I'm here, I'm going to get off the excess ink that's over here, which I don't know if you guys can see, but there along the side, it's just some dried ink. So we're going to clean that as well. Let me see here. There we go. So I'm just going to clean that up really quickly before we move on to the capping station. And the capping station is really where I typically see a lot of ink. And so you want to make sure that you're really caring for these printers, because listen, the longer you care for them, the better care that you take of your printers, the longer they're going to be running for you, right? So right now I'm just cleaning off some excess ink, and the white ink is actually like the thickest. So for those of you that do direct to film, you know, the white ink is where it's at. So I'm just going to clean that up, okay? And then we're going to move on to our capping station. I'm going to dry this off. Okay. Here. Then I'm going to move you guys over. So now let's take a look at my capping station. Okay. Moving you guys over. See a little moisture here. Just gonna wipe that down. Now look at that capping station. That's just 1 day of usage. 1 day. Can you believe that? Yuck. So this is the portion of the cleaning where your foam swabs are really going to come in handy. So what I do is I'll just take my foam swab, I dip it in a little bit of cleaning solution, okay? And then I'm just going to wipe down for each channel, okay? So did you see that, what I removed? It's dried ink. 1 day, 1 day of usage. I kid you not. Okay. So I did that. Now I'm going to come back in. I'm going to wipe. And one thing you don't want to do when you're actually cleaning this particular portion of your printer, you don't want to take this swab that you clean channel 1 with and then clean all of the rest. 1 swab per channel. Because as you can see, they're all different colors. Come back in. I'm just wiping down. Okay. Now we're going to move to the next color. And you're just going to repeat. See all of that ink? Yikes. That's a lot of ink. And it's kind of rubbery. So direct to film ink, when it dries, kind of takes on like these like rubberized properties. I don't know. It's very rubbery. Okay. A little bit more. Okay. But you see how I'm like cleaning around each channel? That's what you really want to do. You want to ensure you're not leaving any dried ink. Go ahead and clean here. There we go. Did you see that? Got some dried on ink going on over there. But we'll get that when we get to the last one. Okay. Now we're going to go to the last one. That's where I saw that chunk of ink. See that? That's the kind of stuff you want to remove. Okay, so once you've cleaned all of the channels, I then take another paper towel. I'll fold it again, kind of like how we folded the paper towel for the flushing box. Okay, and then I'll take that paper towel, place it over, and just light pressure. Okay, now that that's done, I'll also take a little swab, and I like to clean down here as well, because sometimes you get some ink, which is what I see here now. It's like a little bit of ink there, built up ink. I'll take my foam, I'll run it across here as well. And I feel another piece there, like it's kind of snagging. There you go. I see it right there. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Lifting up some of it. And so this is what I do for each printer. Okay. All right. So now that that's done, there's another place that you need to make sure that you're cleaning on these wide format printers. And that's here, our wiper blade. I want to make sure that that's clean as well. I'm going to show you how to do that. Once again, it's just a swab dipped in cleaning solution. The only thing with the wiper blade, you want to be kind of gentle because it is kind of easy to damage it. Okay. Okay. So you see that big piece of ink I removed there. So you want to make sure you're cleaning this piece as well. Okay. Also, if you have a hard time cleaning this piece, the cool thing about it is that it actually just pops out. So you can actually remove this. Even if you need to replace your wiper blade, it's an easy piece just to pop out. Okay. Now, once we're done with that, I like to take a little cleaning solution on a paper towel. And I like to clean up some of the splatter, the ink splatter that happens just throughout the day of printing. Okay. So I like to wipe along these pieces of plastic. They're actually pretty easy to clean. Not all of it comes up, but as I can. I just feel like I'm, this is my time to pamper my printer. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm going to get us set up so that now we can take a look at the Printhead process. So how I actually clean underneath my Printhead using a shoeshine method. And this is really what I do. So I didn't get a chance to show that, but it is in my other video. I show you how to actually get the wide format printer into serviceman mode, okay? And once your printer's in serviceman mode, let's straighten up this camera here. So once your printer's in serviceman mode, that's actually how you get the Printhead to move so that you can actually clean underneath it. Okay. So I'm going to hook this one up here. Let's see. Because I'm not sure if you'll be able to see me otherwise. Okay. So I'm going to switch angles here really quickly. Okay, come on. There we go. Okay, so now we're actually going to clean our Printhead, okay? So I'm going to remove this light. And so because this machine is in serviceman mode, we can actually manipulate the Printhead when we're cleaning, okay? Now, that doesn't mean take this Printhead and run it across. You don't want to do that, okay? But just a nice gentle movement when you actually run the paper towel underneath it. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And then that's going to be pretty much it. I'll kind of give you some more tips as to what else you could potentially do with the printer and kind of how I complete the whole cleanup process. But we're going to start here. So I'll typically just grab another piece of paper towel here, okay? And I'm actually going to remove camera 2 because I want you to be able to see this entire thing. Okay, so here we go. So now I hope can you guys hear me well? I've taken you to a wider view. Let's turn that off. I've taken you to a wider view. So now you can actually see what I'm doing. So I have my paper towel. Turn down the volume over here. Okay, so I have my paper towel. You can fold it one of two ways. Okay. You can actually fold it lengthwise so that it's kind of long because you're going to be doing like a shoeshine method. So you need this paper towel to be, long enough for you to manipulate. For me, I actually fold it this way. So I'll take 2 pieces and leave them connected. Okay. And then I do it this way. And at first I thought it was because I have smaller fingers and I could still kind of maneuver the paper towel. But I find that it even helps, my husband's able to do it this way as well. So I also kind of fold it this way. Because once we do our shoeshine method, I leave a paper towel with cleaning solution underneath my Printhead. And I let that soak overnight. okay? So when it's soaking overnight, I love it to be about this size. If I'm doing the shoe shine method, I'll leave it a little bit longer so that I can manipulate it underneath my print head. But you really want to be careful when you're doing this, okay? And there's a couple of reasons why. You don't really want to knock anything out of alignment. So here I am, I'm just applying some of my cleaning solution, which actually I have a spray bottle. Oh, okay. Glue, paper, scissors said, never mind. I can hear. Okay. Okay. Awesome. I'm slowly getting the hang of this. I know which audio to turn off now. So thank you guys so much, though, for being patient. So now I have my paper towel. It's soaked in cleaning solution, not soaked to the point where it's actually dripping. But, you know, you want it to be pretty soaked, but not dripping, because you're going to be placing this inside of your printer, and you don't want that excess runoff to go inside of your printer. Now what I do is I'll place my paper towel inside of here. Okay? Then what I'm going to do is just move my print head and position it so that it's over the paper towel. And so I'll kind of bring you guys over a little bit here. Okay. So once you're over the print head, you then can begin your shoe shine method. So you're going to come in, you're going to grab the paper towel on both sides, and you're just going to do a back and forth motion. Let me see if I can get above my hands, actually, just so you guys can see it a little bit better. So, yo, Superwoman, no, I have not on this particular printer. No, I have not. And this is actually a printer that I converted myself. Bring you up a little bit. And we're going to tilt you in. Okay. So I have my hands on both sides, okay? You see my hands wiggling there? And then I'm just gonna move it back and forth, gentle, nothing rough. You don't have to stick your hands too far in there. You're just holding your paper towel, okay? And you're moving it back and forth. Couple of pointers when you're doing this. One of the reasons why you don't want to use a lot of force is mainly because you don't want to leave any paper towel pieces underneath on your print head. That could cause issues when it comes time to start printing. You don't want to take your print head and start moving it across vigorously, right? You could mess up like your alignment and things of that nature when you do that. But as you can see from the first printing, for the first cleaning, this is what it looks like. Okay. Now what I do, because it's not a lot that's coming off on my paper towel, but trust me, there's been moments when I've gone underneath this thing and it's scary how much ink I actually remove. Okay. What I typically do is I'll double it back this way. So it's almost like you half it again. I'll take my print head. Oh, did you see how that just moved? So I'll probably do it this way. And just take your time when you're doing this. Have enough time to take your time when you're cleaning your printer. And then you can leave it like that. So now your print head is resting on top of your cleaning solution. At this point, if I were just, finishing up for the night, I'm breaking everything down. I'm putting all of the machines in serviceman mode. This process total for all 3 machines takes me about 30 minutes. But because I'm showing you, it does seem to be a little bit longer. The last piece of what I do on my wide format printers, I also remove my inks. Okay, so I'll open up my each side where my inks are actually stored, and I'll actually remove them. So I'm going to show you that here in a second, where I just pop them out. Let's bring you down. Okay. And so as you can see, my ink cover is open over here. And I have one on each side. So what I'll do, I'll disengage my cartridges and just be patient with them because it's kind of a vacuum system. So you don't have to like force them out. They'll naturally pop out. But I do that because that print head is resting on top of a paper towel. And I don't want the ink to actually still be drawn through the lines to that paper towel. I only wanted to remove the excess that's on my print head. Okay? And so I do that on both sides. And that's for every printer. So not that bad. And like I said, it only takes me about 30 minutes. If I wasn't filming, I have a whole little assembly line. And so I just move my station from one printer to the next. Unfortunately, because we're on film, it takes a little bit longer since I'm recording and I'm kind of talking as I'm doing it. But it can become just like second nature, honestly. So let's see. I'm going to see if you guys have any questions. If you don't, that's going to be the end of our live. But let's see. Just going to come in here really quickly and check and see if you guys have any questions. Do any of you have wide format printers out there? I actually think it's easier. It's been easier for me to clean my wide formats in comparison to my P800 that I had. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to unmute. Okay, can you guys hear me? Hopefully. So that's the process. That's how I actually clean my direct-to-film printers. I wanted to show you live here so that you kind of can see the whole process of how I do things. I'm going to remove the camera view for now. There we go. Okay. So that you can kind of see my process of how I clean my printers. Like I said, this is typically a lot faster of a process. However, because I wanted to kind of take my time and show you each portion of the cleaning process, it did take a little bit longer. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me for day 11 of my 100-day challenge, where I'm challenging myself to go live on every single platform for the next 100 days. I appreciate all of you for coming in and joining me today on live. If you're catching this on the replay, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, and don't forget to turn on your post notifications so that you'll be notified each time I go live. So there's 89 more days of lives with me. But I hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.